Just at Agora Financial. Alan, let's start with some stocks overall, all right? I'm not going to grill you on your pets. Let's talk VIX and let's talk equities. We're under a little bit of pressure this morning. What say you?
Well, it's been 2 days since we made all-time highs across the board. So I know I wasn't in last week as your anxiety counselor. I want to make sure you got through the week. Everything went well. New all-time highs everywhere that you can see. We can see the VIX now bouncing a little bit today, but we're still at 13. I look at that as a positive. We've been trading between 12 and 14 now for the last 3 weeks. That 12 low was made on Friday, but that's nowhere near the annual low, even though the S&P continues to make new highs. Let's remember that the VIX low that we saw in 2017 was below 9. So there's a lot more downside in the VIX, meaning more upside in stocks.
Okay, so how much downside though, Mike? 13 again is the low that we've had in this regime basically over the last 18 months. So it seems to me the lower we are in VIX and still calling for lower gets a little bit more bold, right? Because it's not saying we're going back to the lows. It's saying we're going lower than the lows.
Yeah, I'm looking for that to slowly grind to the downside. There's so many positives in the stock market, and I'm not trying to be the smart guy once again, just not trying to pick the top in this market, and the momentum remains there. Just using our basic V recovery measuring stick that I've talked about with you many times. You take the distance of that drop, add it on that old top. We still have more than 5% to go on the upside just in the near term as our first objective.
Okay, got it. Alan, let's talk some companies here, all right? Your morning trade is like dabbling in the overlooked stock territory for us. Baxter International, BAX is the ticker. It's a healthcare company that's about $40 billion in market cap. Got slammed earlier this month. So tell me what you're doing with it now.
Well, after that drop, we've seen a basing out. Now, 75 is a very important level. This stock has traded between 60 and 90 over the last 52 weeks. 75 is the halfway point, so that's a super support level to lean on, and that's where we've based out. Now, I'm looking at an option, a stock substitution strategy. The December 75 call, it's trading for about $500. It's $400 in the money. It's got a very high delta of about 75%, and the December option has 40 days. Now, my smart money indicator, and is seeing a lot of flow into this stock, is telling me something's going to happen relatively soon in the next 7 to 10 days, but I want to have more time than that just in case we can ride out some swings in the overall market. But this is a stock that's up 20% so far this year, but it's still 10% off the high, so it's a laggard play looking for this to have a snapback attack.
Okay, so because of the chart, you see 75 is the support. We can see that on the chart for where there's been a lot of trading around that area. And you're just buying the calls, Alan, so this is not too fancy. You're just saying, look, this thing got destroyed for no reason. Let's bet on a bounce.
Right, and if it can fill in that gap, there's a gap up there between 82 and 83. If it can go back and fill that in, then this option will double in value. So that's the idea. You're putting up less money. You're buying a deep in the money option that's going to give you a big payoff if we see some a modest move to the upside to that 82 level is not that far away, and you could see it start to rally with the whole macro market as people look for value in stocks that haven't participated yet this year.
Yeah. All right. There it is. So, like it. Alan Nuckman searching for some earnings blow-ups for a bounce back. Got a couple weeks on it. A month, right? December 20th. So you got plenty of time here. All right. You got it, sir. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for the calming tone and the reassuring nature as always. Get ready for VIX to drop a little bit.
Let me say it again. Bull market.
You got it, sir. Alan Nuckman's Chief Market Strategist at Agora Financial, down at the floor at the SIBO. Let's talk some more fundamentals. We mentioned the earnings connection to buybacks. Let's refocus on the earnings themselves. We'll get into the weeds here on sectors and what